Hey guys, how you doing today? I'm David Mathis. Thank you guys for tuning back into my channel. I really appreciate it. The growth of the channel has been just amazing, and I can't thank you guys enough. So if you guys are liking the content, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and don't forget to share. Hit that notification button because I am putting out regular content. Today I want to talk about a topic that gets brought up quite a bit, and I get asked as a coach quite often, do I need to eat breakfast? I'm just not hungry in the morning. Is it going to affect my gains, right? My ability to build muscle. So I thought I'd take a little bit of time here and make a video to address this. Now, breakfast, you've heard probably most of the time growing up, is the most important meal of the day. And why is that? Where does that come from? Well, the premise is that you've been fasting overnight, 7, 8, 9 hours if you're getting a full night's rest, which I tend to not, but that's a whole nother issue we'll get into later on in another video. So your body is primed. It needs fuel to get going, right? Well, we also live in a world where we live very busy and hectic schedules. Sorry. We are working all day long. Sometimes we don't get off until late. We've got family obligations at night, school obligations, whatever it may be. So maybe your only time to work out is first thing in the morning. 4:30, 5:30 in the morning. A lot of people just don't have an appetite at that time, and they go in and they train fasted. Now, I'll have clients or potential clients reach out to me and say, is this going to hurt my gains? And I tell them, listen, at the end of the day, the total caloric intake that you take in for the day is what's going to be important. But I will preface that by saying, when you go in and train fasted in the morning, okay, you essentially don't have any fuel really readily available for your body for that, as far as direct consumption that you just had from your breakfast or your pre-workout meal. So your body is going to be drawing from its stores. It's going to be drawing from the stores of glycogen in your liver, in your muscles. It's going to be, storing from adipose as for energy sources, but it also has the potential to break down your muscles and use amino acids as fuel, which is not what you want, right? Now, the purpose of going in and training for most people is, yes, they want to lose fat, but they also want to build muscle, or at least they want to maintain their muscle. So to me, I tell people you should at least get a shake in, all right? Get some sort of nutrients in your body so that your body has a fuel source readily available to use during that training session, so it doesn't have to rely on your body's stored glycogen, stored amino acids in your muscles for energy, right? Now, if your goal is to, maybe you're obese and your goal is to lose fat, right? Maybe you do go in and train fasted in the morning. Now, that's a little different of a scenario because you have so much excess energy storage in your body to use. You're not really going to have to worry about wasting away that lean body tissue, okay? You're going to have plenty of fat to use as a fuel source, and you're going to have a lot of stored carbohydrates in your liver and your muscle, muscles. So I would say that if you're a bodybuilder going and wanting to build muscle and develop a well balanced physique, I would suggest not weight training in the morning fasted, okay? Now, maybe it doesn't mean you have to have a full meal. Maybe it means you're having a protein shake on the way with a quick, easy, digestible carbohydrate source in with it. You're sipping on something intra-workout, things like that. Those would be my suggestions if you don't have enough time or you just can't stomach a full meal before you go in and train. Now, cardio is another beast to tackle, right? Because although fasted cardio has been proven to not be much better than fed state cardio, more people tend to anecdotally feel better doing fasted cardio in the morning. Now, if you're going to stick to something aerobic, I would say, yes, it is okay if you want to go in and do that fasted. This video is mainly addressing the topic of weight training fasted. And I don't believe that is the best way to maximize your gains. I believe that you're going to put yourself in a bit of a hole. Now, do people do it? Absolutely. I know plenty of people, bodybuilders, that go in and train fasted in the morning. But the one thing that they all have in common is that they pay attention to their last meal of the day, the night before, and also they are hydrating properly, getting enough rest and recovery, and they are hitting their macro goals for the day, okay? So ultimately, what I would suggest is if you have to go in and go train, do weight training in the morning, have at least a shake, okay? Don't do it fasted, especially if you're someone that hasn't already developed that muscle yet. If you are someone who is really experienced, you've been lifting for 15, 20 years, and you have all the muscle that you want, okay? You're not actively trying to build more muscle. You're just going in because you need to get your training in. You love it. You feel good. You want to maintain what you've already built. Then you have a little bit more leeway. But if you're someone younger in your early 20s, or someone just starting off and wanting to work and achieve to try to be a bodybuilder, then you need to eat. Is it always going to be comfortable? No, it's not always going to be comfortable. Guys, I'm in a phase right now where I am in an extended, I'll say mass gaining phase, but I'm not doing it from the dirty standpoint, just a calorie surplus. And it gets hard to eat at times. It does. Nothing about this process of being a bodybuilder or becoming a bodybuilder is easy, okay? It also doesn't have to be difficult, though. It doesn't have to be as difficult as what people make it. Find what works for you. If it's not a whole food meal source prior to going to train early in the morning, there's nothing wrong with that. Get a shake in, right? Get some fast-acting carbohydrate source. Get a whey protein, right? Make a shake. Drink that on the way. Have an intra-workout shake. Keep your body fueled, okay? Because you're only going to grow if you can put up enough intensity in the gym to cause a change, right? And that comes from having enough fuel to push harder. And you're also only going to grow if you give yourself enough nutrients when you get out of the gym. So the peri-workout nutrition is very, very crucial, okay? Yes, overall, total daily macros and calories are king, but you can severely limit your progress if you are not taking advantage of, pre, intra, post-workout nutrition. I'm not saying there's an anabolic window. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is the faster you can get nutrients in there, the more hydration you have, and the better you just overall prepare yourself from a nutrition standpoint and from a warm-up standpoint prior to training, the better you're going to set yourself up later on, okay? So do you have to eat breakfast in the morning if you want to build muscle? I think so. I'm just going to say that. I think you do. I think that it doesn't necessarily have to be a traditional eggs and oatmeal type of breakfast. It can be something like a protein shake and some quick, fast-acting carbohydrates on your way to the gym with some aminos or an intra-workout of some sort during your training. But if your goal is to maximize muscle and to build your body up, you cannot be weight training fasted, okay? There are different principles set up for different phases of your journey. If you're a little bit more experienced and you've already built the muscle that you want, you're not really looking to build much more, there's a whole nother set of rules for you. But if you are a beginner, if you're an intermediate, if you're someone that wants to be a bodybuilder, you have to eat. You have to eat. It's not going to be comfortable all the time, but find something that will work for you, okay? Trust me, your energy output in the gym is going to be better. Your production is going to be better. You're going to have more efficient progress along the way. So hope this helps a little bit, guys. With that being said, I'm making this video early in the morning, so I'm going to go have my breakfast right now and get ready for my training for the day. So I hope you guys have a great day. Hopefully you got a little something out of this. Remember, you're going to see studies that show training fasted is just as good as not training fasted and all this stuff. What it really comes down to, guys, is finding what works for you and just understanding what goes into building muscle, the process, the training, the nutrition, the rest and recovery, the hydration. So have a great day, guys. If there's any content that you are wanting me to put out, please leave me a message. Shoot them down in the comment section below. You can DM me. You can find me at Mathis Fitness on Instagram. You can find me on my website, www.coachdavidmathis.com, and you can inquire about coaching at david@biolane.com. Have a great day.